Recording. Okay, System Shock 2 guys. Guys, I'm in System Shock 2 nih. Ini game actually nih dari kita tahu macam sebelum perang dingin lagi ada ini game gonna buat time di Cold War lagi gonna buat. Ada saya try nya sudah nih, saya mau delete nih. Recording kan normal hard impossible, masih normal lah. Ini game bikin takut tuh.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? In 2072, a rogue artificial intelligence known as Shodan lost her mind. In her limitless imagination, Shodan saw herself as a goddess, destined to inherit the earth. That image was snuffed out by the hacker who created her.
February 3rd is the day the magic happens. The Von Braun, the first starship in history capable of traveling at faster than light speed, will undertake her maiden voyage. This incredible journey is the result of teamwork between the UNN Protectorate and the incredible scientific minds at the newly relicensed Tri-Optimum Corporation. Imagine being able to travel to distant star systems in a period of weeks. It's all part of Tri-Op's commitment to the future. The Von Braun is packed with over 1.8 billion flight, scientific, and security systems, nearly all developed by Tri-Optimum and its wholly owned subsidiaries. Providing security for the Von Braun as she plows through the heavens will be the UNN Rickenbacker. At her helm will be no less than Captain William Bedford Diego himself, hero of the Battle of Boston Harbor during the Eastern States Police action. This incredible union of government and corporation is made possible by an intricate series of docking mechanisms that will allow the Rickenbacker to piggyback its way into jump space. Sleek, fast, revolutionary. Who knows what wonders await our crews in the bosom of the cosmos? All we do know is that it's a great day for mankind.
AI
As a UNN Von Braun, we've been hijacked by an unknown force. Ship security has been compromised. Do not allow the ship... Repeat, do not allow the ship to leave under any circumstances. I don't know what we're up against here.
Okay.
Welcome to the Ramsey Center UNN recruitment facility. Please watch your step when leaving the train. The grav shafts at the end of the hall will take you to the street-level training and recruitment center. Please proceed to the grav shafts.
4 years earlier. Ini yang 4 tahun lalu, 4 tahun lalu nih. Dia kasih dia punya prologue kan panggil lalu. Saya lupa sudah. Controls. Save nih. Kalau saya kasih F5, saya mau kasih F5, F9, tapi tidak dapat nih, dia bilang kasih macam begini aja. What the hell? Saya tukar pergi apa nih kalau gini nih? Insert sama delete. Insert home. Janganlah. Quick save lah, up lah kan. Oke, sudah save. Save game saved. Yang di sini game.
Step into the grav shafts to proceed to the street level recruitment.
Yang sini game ini mau apa nih? Mau kasih dia macam ada mau kasih tambah omnya apa strength, agility gitu. Terus Macam RPG tu sikit lah, tapi tidak juga lah macam RPG. Dia macam RPG sikit lah. Ini mostly horror game hantu.
Before you choose your career, you'll want to learn some basic abilities. If you've completed basic training, you're ready for the advanced lessons provided here. Advanced training will familiarize you with the 3 key areas of military service: weapons training.
Alright, wannabe.
Okay.
Good to have you on board. Now we'll teach you how to handle a firearm. Pick up the pistol and the clip from the table. You can equip the weapon in one of 2 ways. Bring up your inventory, drag the pistol to your weapons equipped slot near the right-hand side of your inventory. Some items need to be charged with energy before they can be used. Pick up the laser pistol. Now use the recharging station nearby. The recharge station will juice up all of your energy-based items, weapons, batteries, you name it. Weapons are not fine wines. They do not get better with age. The colored dot on the lower right corner of the screen tells you what kind of shape the firearm is in. Green is good, red is bad. To fight the effects of wear and tear, a soldier with maintenance skill can use a maintenance tool to improve the condition of his weapon.
Okay.
Just pick up the tool, open your inventory, and drag. Good work. Now you're ready for the Marines.
Inside, we'll teach you the basic. Welcome.
Sudah
You'll
manja
notice
sedikit,
the object
tapi
in front of you is a container of
jauh lah.
nanites. Nanites are consumed whenever you perform technical tasks. Use the keypad by right-clicking on it. To the right of the number pad, you'll see an orange tab labeled Hack. Left-click on the tab. Text will appear indicating the difficulty of the hack and any bonuses that apply. Click on the Start button to begin hacking. You'll see a grid of nodes. Clicking on a node will either turn it bright or dark. To successfully hack, you must connect 3 bright nodes in a straight line. Beware the ice nodes with the red outlines. If one of these turns dark, you fail the hack, and you might break the item you're working on or worse. You can restart your hack attempt at any time by hitting the reset button, though you'll have to pay the nanite cost again. You can use nanites to buy items from replicators.
Please
To
make
use a
your
replicator,
selection.
right-click on it, then left-click on the item you wish to purchase. The item you purchased will drop into the slot below. Make sure you pick up your purchases before you leave.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
Reinitialized.
Udah jadi murah sedikit ya, ada semen sebenarnya juga nih game, tapi bikin tambah takut nih. Yang dulu lah saya takut mainnya.
You learn the basics of the technical skills. There are several other technical skills you'll learn throughout.
Inside, you will learn how. We've provided you with the red bar at the lower left of your screen tells you how many psi points you have. Psi points symbolize the current ability to use your psi powers. Psi hypos replenish your psi points. Try using this psi amp amplifies your psi powers and lets you project them into the real world. To equip it, pick it up, and then hit the tilde key. Firing the psi amp activates your currently selected psi discipline. You currently have access to 2 disciplines, cryokinesis and kinetic redirection. Go into use mode and click on the arrows on the bottom right of the screen.
Tahu sudah.
This will Mastery of the mind is a slow but
Oke,
rewarding
yang
process.
susah nih.
Here's where you make your choice, soldier. Here's where you enlist in one of the 3 branches of the military. Once you decide on your branch of service, there's no going back. The shuttle will take you to a UNN orbital space station, where you'll receive a briefing regarding your yearly postings. Good luck.
Pasti mau save ini nih. Oke. Bisa lucu begini juga kah? Oh, dapat juga. Oke, saya tidak tahu mana. Saya ada yang mau pilih nih yang betul-betul supaya saya punya karakter jadi kuat nih. Saya try ini apa tadi? What does that do? What do?
The OSA welcomes you to Orbital Station Chunlo. Ready yourself to feel the limitations of your mind slipping away. We will guide your path over the next 4...
The Marines gitu semua. Terus ini dia kasih...
The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Chulun are modulated for your training. You shall spend a year in contemplation of mass, both yours and that of... The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Runang await you. A year in meditation on the nature of matter will... The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Shaoling await you. There you will spend a solitary year focused in a meditation on... The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Chulun are modulated for your training.
Try sini. Semua kasih karakter saya kuat bah. Adapun karakter semua kasih karakter saya
The OSA welcomes you to Orbital Station Chunlo. Ready yourself to feel the limitations of your mind slipping away. We will guide your path over...
Yang dulu saya main ada saya pilih betul itu.
The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Runang await you. A year in meditation on the nature of matter will grant you power over it. The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Chulun are modulated. Your body has been neglected. Dr. Sifting the thoughts of treachery and disloyalty from... Your body has been neglected in your training of your mind. On Io, you...
Anda ba rin kasi tao ni? Jab.
Many threats to security can only be defeated from inside. In the grand scheme, individuals are no more important than people. Acts of political terrorism and corporate coercion disturb corporate and political stability. You shall spend... In the... Many threats...
Pabeza ba sa man? Saya tahu baru peza dia, tapi lama saya mainin terus.
Welcome to Space Station Wake Island, Marine. So you've survived basic training at Camp Lejeune. Better still, you've managed to learn a thing or... Not every boarding party has the luxury of gravity. So the Navy maintains... If you're partial to spending time with a lot of high explosives, this posting is for you. There's a lot of heavy lifting, but Ordnance also gets the first pick of booze. Not every The Navy maintains a survival. If you're partial to spending time with a lot of high explosives, this posting is for you. There's a lot of heavy lifting, but Ordnance also gets the first pick of booze. The Navy maintains... Not every... The Navy... If you're partial to... The Navy maintains... Not... The Navy maintains a survival training school on the surface of Io, the third moon of Jupiter. Pro... Dummy ammunition. The automated asteroid. A tour duty aboard the Antigua should let you pick up some one-on-one beam weapon training from Gunnery Sergeant Malloy. But heads up, she's a world-class SOB. The automated... Dummy ammunition. The automated... A tour duty aboard... The automated asteroid ore facility in JM-432 supplies... The colony... Polides trade... The UNN Secretary General's office needs a full staff of armed guards. When things are dull, it requires a lot of standing around looking good in a uniform. When things are bad, it can require fending off a Psi-terrorist assault.
ada repair di sini nih.
The UNN Pallades trading station, the colony air. The Pallades trading station has long been a haven for the black market. However, up until now, they have not interfered with the running of station operations. Recent reports indicate that the Pallades command staff has been overthrown, and the station is under the control of a self-appointed magnate. This must be rectified, and a Marine presence maintained on the station.
Cakap sistem shock tuh ialah RPG. So repair, modify sama maintenance dia yang betul tidak guna lah. So ini
the UNN's Pallades the colony air surface gets the dregs of the fleet, and the Antigua's the dregs of the dregs. You'll learn a lot about recalcitrant machinery on a tour of duty aboard the Antigua. If it doesn't blow you to hell and back first.
Yang paling okay lah dia cakap.
The Pallades trade. The UNN Secretary General's office needs a full staff of armed guards. Ya, jadi repair sama modify betul-betul tidak guna sekali ini. Maintenance oke sedikit lagi dia cakap sini. Ini awal-awal jelas saya pergi cek-cek guide ya.
Shuttle A-138, you have clearance for landing on the Von Braun in Shuttle Bay 2. Welcome aboard, soldier.
Trillion miles from Earth.
Reinitializing memory strings. Restoring patient memory. Restoring memory. Restoring memory.
Steady yourself, soldier.
This is Dr. Janice Polito of the Computer Ops staff of the Von Braun. You're safe for the time being. You're recovering from the effects of surgery and will be unable to remember any of the events of the last few weeks. You're on board the starship Von Braun and something's gone very, very wrong. Some kind of force has hijacked this ship. That's why you volunteered to be implanted with some experimental cybernetic implants. Rely on your cyber interface. It just might save your life. You must find an elevator and come up to Deck 4 to meet me. Deck 4. Can you remember that? But keep your eyes open. They're after us both now.
1991 kan ini game mana buat 1990. Oh itu selepas pula perang dingin. Selepas Cold War.
Watch out. I'm getting strange readings from that radar dish outside the window. It's become unstable due to... Move! Take cover!
Critical decompression hazard in the cryo recovery suite. Evacuate immediately.
Jadi mau cek sebenarnya apa tuh? Mana mau cek yang semua modify semua tuh ada di sini. Oh ini MFD Tech Combat Size saya tidak langsung Combat Tech. Memang RPG loh, ada cakap RPG di sini apa sana. Bagus, ini repair sama modify, maintenance semua pun buruk sekali kan ya. Tapi maintenance paling oke. Ini research sama hack ini penting. Let me take a look at it again. Stats. Ulang lagi.
Welcome aboard the space station Chesapeake Bay, sailor. It looks like you've picked up some standard weapon skills at Basic on Coronado Island. Now it's time for your tour of duty. Your tour will consist of 4 posts. The UNN Lucille is looking for an ops training officer to learn the ship's navigation and data control systems.
One hack, one strength. Okay.
Laverne, Florida. The UNN Carfax is undertaking a mission to examine a newly discovered Class B comet approaching the outer solar system. You'll likely pick up some useful skills working with the high-tech navigation systems aboard this newly commissioned heavy cruiser. Laverne, Florida. The UNN Carfax is undertaking a mission to examine a newly discovered Class B comet approaching the outer solar system. You'll likely pick up some...
Paling tidak gitu penting di Jakarta Cyber Affinity.
The Navy's Marie Curie research facility on Aquinas 4 is currently conducting research. The Navy strongly encourages every sailor to undertake some amount of zero-G training.
Watch out. I'm getting strange readings from that radar dish outside the window. It's become unstable due to... Move! Take cover!
Critical decompression hazard in the cryo recovery suite. Evacuate immediately.
Stats, strength, endurance kurang, agility, disable saya tidak guna pula disable ni kan. Sampai infinity. Memang tidak guna lah, tapi dia cakap cina paling kurang penting antara semua tu 4 ya. Antara semua ni 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ini yang paling tidak penting. In that case, ya. Terus apa di sini itu sini yang pasang psionic ability itu.
Welcome aboard the space station Chesapeake Bay, sailor. It looks like you've picked up some standard weapon skills at basic on Coronado Island. The UNN Lucille is looking for an ops training officer to learn the ship's navigation and data control.
Masih masuk tadi.
The OSA welcomes you to Orbital Station Chunlo. Ready yourself to feel the limitations of your mind.
Okay, so many to.
The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Chulun are modulated. The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Shaoling await you. There you will spend a solitary year focused in a meditation on motion and sound and how they may serve your will. The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Chulun are modulated for your... Your body has... Dr. Shen... Sifting the thoughts of treachery and disloyalty from the morass of emotion and internal conflict that fill most mundanes can be disquieting. You shall spend a year building the general strength of your mind, while learning how to probe the thoughts of the less capable without losing yourself.
By me.
Many threats to security. In the grand scheme, individuals are no more... Acts of political terrorism and corporate coercion disturb corporate and political stability. You shall spend a year battling these chaotic elements, both psionically and by physical force.
The best power on this tier is
Acts of... In the grand scheme, many threats to security can only be defeated from inside. Your mind shall be carefully blanked and conditioned with the nature and past of a criminal. Join with the criminal and rebellious. Endure their squalor and chaos, and then... In the grand... Acts of political terrorism and corporate coercion disturb...
Watch out. I'm getting strange readings from that radar dish outside the window. It's become unstable due to... Move! Take cover!
Critical decompression hazard in the cryo recovery suite.
sudah saya record 30 minutes. Laju.
Agility activated.
Tambah 2. Side shield.
Side shield activated.
Sector is depressurizing and the blue vacuum shield won't last long. Get through a secure airlock before you're sucked into space. Move it!
Oke apa, simple load game juga. Cryokinesis ini dah kasih. Ini guys dah kasih apa lah kan? Cara lagi masih tokar lah zamanya. Ini 3 saja ada lah. Prepare, semua tidak learn. Sama size ada banyak di sini. Ada teknik yang paling buruk kalau itu kalau terus ini kan ada sesuatu yang baik mission tools plus 1 minute per side. Check the cryokinesis. Continue local capacity. This is required for second. Increase your maximum side points by 4.
Depressurizing and the blue vacuum shield won't last long. Get through a secure airlock before you're sucked into space. Move it!
Now cyber enhanced. Cyber intervention.
Change the access codes out of Cryo A again. Like I've got nothing better to do. I think Grassy just likes to make work for me. I'll set the new code to 45100. That should be easy enough to remember.
Susah semua tekan save, quick save. Ini masih dekat sedikit nih dimana sama kasih ya. Gotta change that as well. alternate S sama alternate L. Apa itu? S tanpa alternate. Saya kasih tukar dia jadi ini. Udah jauh sedikit, bahaya nih. Apa baru rusak nih game nih? Gitu kalau selesai. I have to change it properly.
Warning. Decompression event imminent. Please move immediately to cryo recovery B. Decompression event imminent.
This power cell is dead. There should be a recharger nearby. Just use it and it will recharge all the power-driven devices in your possession. After you've recharged the cell, plug it into the auxiliary power unit. That should open the airlock door. Be quick about it. The vacuum seals won't hold up much longer. Good. You've managed to get out before the whole area depressurized. I've just uploaded you some cybernetic modules. You can use them to upgrade your cybernetic rig at the upgrade units in this area. There are 4 types of units in the next room. One for each subsystem of your cybernetic gear. Stats, psi, weapons, and tech. But use the modules carefully. They're hard to come by.
Yeah, ini nih cybernetic modules. Ini night cybernetic modules. Ini nih, udah kasih tambah. F5, F9, F5, F9. Boleh gunain ini juga bahan sebenarnya apa kalau mau tukar. Untuk mau tukar. F1 coba tukar. Udah kasih F1 di sana, saya mau tukar punya next weapon apa nih? laser pistol sama ini saya kasih hilang lah. Senang, tapi kenapa yang ini apa? Kalau ini apa ini yang lagi tukar? Sebelah tukar gitu. Sama buat tidak di sini. Why? Tidak pun apa ini sih ada modules, berapa nih modules sudah sih ada kan. Ini bilang mau kasih tambah tuh, tapi mau kasih 8 loh. Endurance pun kurang. Mau 3 tuh, 3 tambah 8 doang. Ini yang paling terguna kan. Ini gila, ini cuma langsung mesti dapat ada 4 saja modul. Mau usah kumpul dulu. Ini macam Bioshock juga bang ini game, tapi lagi bikin takut. Ini lagi bikin takut pada Bioshock, walaupun grafik dia buruk. Bioshock. By 2 duration 2 minutes plus 1 minute. Ini bagus so sekali. Sonic amplification, spirokinesis. Cybernetic affinity. Dapat saya baca punya apa ini? Cyber modules. Belum ada hantu di sini. If you're wondering why I'm not scared right now, sini belum ada hantu, nanti ada hantu. Belum ada enemies. Oh, lagi sini.
Hey Doc, a security bot showed up with orders from you to place this grunt into the recovery freezer. I'm no cyber doc, but I know a plant job when I see one. I suppose you know they outlawed R-grade cyber goodies after that fiasco back on Citadel Station. But hey, I just work here, right? Hey Doc, a security bot showed up with orders from you to place this grunt into the recovery freezer. I'm no cyber doc, but I know a plant job when I see one. I suppose you know they outlawed R-grade cyber goodies after that fiasco back on Citadel Station. But hey, I just work here, right?
Medical hypo. Itu kan tambah nyawa tuh. Cyber affinity bisa berapa? Stats. Prove your chances of success using the hack, repair, and modify skills. Repair, hack, modify. Hack, repair, modify skills, hack, repair, modify. Di maintenance sama research. Tapi ini 3 paling tidak guna lah. Hack, repair, modify. Endurance lagi penting. Coba saya try. Saya tidak pun hack ulangan. I don't have hack. Tapi saya kasih di sini. Oh, 10 juga.
Somebody let me out. I can't find my card. Please, let me out of here.
Ada hantu aja di sini.
Access needed.
Saya tidak terkejut sebab sudah tahu sampai sana sudah mana. Saya tampil dari itu.
Hey Doc, a security bot showed up with orders from you to place this grunt into the recovery freezer. I'm no cyber doc, but I know a plant job when I see one. I suppose you know they outlawed R-grade cyber goodies after that fiasco back on Citadel Station. But hey, I just work here, right?
Saya hypo. Rifle slot, tapi saya tidak pun rifle. Nanti lepas saya buka tuh pintu baru ada hantu akan datang. Oh itu keycard lah tadi itu kan yang saya ambil. Oke, masa dia hantu yang paling first. Ini saya try ini. Oke.
Well done. I'm uploading some more modules.
Sana pula. Ada lagi kan? Ada lagi dah stampak. Itu sana. Western voice and ambient.
No one listens to me. The security protocols on the Xerxes system are clearly immature. Some idiot hacked into the primary data loop last night and made Xerxes sing Elvis Presley songs for 3 hours. I finally had to pull the voice subsystem offline. What would happen if someone with a real agenda got into him?
Xerxes has shut down the elevator as well. You can transfer power at the engine core on Deck 1, which will get the elevator up and running again. But you can't use the elevator to get down there. Wait. There's some kind of maintenance access right on this hallway. You can use it to reach Deck 1. Damn. The power outage has also taken out access to this bulkhead. It's the only way to get to the medical subsection. Pick up the battery. Xerxes has shut down the elevator as well. You can transfer power at the engine core on Deck 1, which will get the elevator up and running again. But you can't use the elevator to get down there. Wait. There's some kind of maintenance access right on this hallway. You can use it to reach Deck 1. However, it's locked, and Xerxes is hiding the passcode from me. Dr. Watts should have the code. He's probably in the crew subsection. Grassi has the key to get in there, but he's in the medical subsection, probably near the biopsy lab. Now get to the medical subsection and find Grassi.
Jual was a mere wrench. Takut tuh aku udah takut.
Something out of place. Kill me!
Difficulty and
I got called up around 0430 to help unload the shuttle coming back from Tau Ceti. Kerenskin was there alone. Jesus, what the hell happened to him? He'd lost most of his hair, and you could see these lumps on the side of his neck. And that smell. I told him he should go see Dr. Watts, but he told me to mind my own business. La-di-da.
Mati sudah.
On most decks, you'll find a quantum bio-reconstruction device. Xerxes shut them all down, but I've discreetly put them back online. You'll need to interface with each machine locally to provide a quantum entanglement sample. Once you do that, the device will be able to rebuild your body essentially from scratch. It's not pleasant, but it's preferable to slow decomposition.
What? Esta menyawa saya balik. Set persis.
Please make your selection.
Mahal gila. Kita boleh jual apa? Saya ingat boleh jual dulu. Tidak boleh jual dulu. 1 jam tadi. Nah, itu jalan dulu guys. Guys, thank you for watching, like and subscribe.